Hello, this is a continuation for the Mindjet for mind mapping. This is the demo side. I'm just going to be going over my template and how this works with customers. Now, as I said before, nothing can beat a face-to-face and whiteboarding with the customer. What do you do with that information when you're finished with it? And how do you prep for the customer? Do you take notes in Word, Excel, put them in Google Docs? I think this is a perfect discovery tool for all those things because I think it really helps you to organize your notes and to share this with the customer in WebEx or GoToMeetings. It's very organic. It doesn't flow from top to bottom like an Excel sheet. The customer knows exactly what processes they are. You can fold out the plus signs here, and it just opens up to a whole bunch of different options for information and data. So I'm going to start from the very top here. I always start by introducing my sales teams. And what's great, as I mentioned before, is that Mindjet comes with Connect 5, which is HTML5 driven, meaning you can collaborate just like Google Docs. You can all work on one app together, which is great for discovery notes. And if you're taking them, rather than combining all three notes from three people, or if there's a couple people doing the discovery call, you can all take notes in one area and it's all added to the same area. So I always believe in collaborative discussions, and this really kind of hits home for me. So I usually start by just introducing Mr. Customer. These are the 5 areas we're going to be touching on. We're going to be touching on the business results you're trying to attain, the challenges you face now and for your industry in the future, the current situation and processes. We'll be touching into some solutions later, probably not in this meeting, but we're going to be finding some solutions for you out there to find the best fit for your direction and the next steps. So let's start with business results. What I do is I basically go over and I try and find what are the high-level things they're trying to achieve. I mean, what's really driving them to bring in and change their business processes and do this transformation. And a lot of times you won't get it right away. It's taken me sometimes 2 or 3 meetings. We'll go through a bunch of different goals, and then we try and arrange these so that sometimes 3 will go to 2, sometimes 2 will go to 4, and finally you get it to where the customer is comfortable. They align to the metrics they're trying to attain. And then I do a little check here down priorities, and that means that this is what we're going to build. This is what we're going to move forward on and what we're going to find more information on, gap analysis, etc. So I always go back and revisit this when I'm with the customer. I say, hey, has anything changed, Jen? No, everything looks the same. Okay, great. So let's move forward. Another thing I do is I go through and I try and find the company challenges, the industry challenges, and the impacts on the business. Whether it's current, the future, I think is important to discuss. Where do you see your business in 10 years? What are the company challenges you see happening? What tools is the industry using, that could be challenging for you? Why is this tool not working for you now? And the impacts of the business. So from challenges, I go down to current situation. Now, keep in mind, for the current situation, I have done a lot of pre-work here. I've gone into status and I figured out, okay, what are the industry practices today? What are the tools and processes that they use? What are the company practices today? I go through and I figure out what the industry standards are, and then I find out and I can ask them, hey, are you using your Q Express for your inventory? Oh, no, we use that. We used to use that. Now we're using this. So you can start these conversations at a higher level. You look better. The customer trusts you. You build that trust a little better because you've done your homework, and they can see the information that you're putting down here. So it's kind of a check and balances. You can take in notes, and they're watching you take the notes, and they can say, oh, you didn't spell that right, or that's not quite what I wanted. And so before I go, say, hey, did I capture everything correctly here? I understand your accounting is QuickBooks. Your inventory is Q Express, and your dispatching tool is Fleetmatics. And here's the notes that I took on it. Is that correct, Mr. Customer? Oh, fantastic. Well, let me just move on to the next thing here on your tools and processes, etc. The competition. I also go into their product lines. I look at what type of product lines they run, the description of the company. So after I'm done there, I've already tackled my business results, the challenges, the current situation. Then I get into my solutions, and here's what I ask the customer. I basically say, Mr. Customer, here's what we're looking for you. We want something that's easy to use for all your people, from your admin to your techs. It's scalable so you can grow. It's a single source of truth. It's collaborative, and the visibility is there for your reports and dashboards. And here are some of the options we found for you. ServiceMax. It's overview. Basically, it's for field tech reps. It's a standard orange is offered in packages, and we've already completed a demo. And the pricing and mobile and dispatching. Yes, we've done a demo into dispatching. So I go through here and I start building out, okay, QuickBooks integrations. Here's the concerns. It's flash-based. Is that going to be an issue? Is there a manual override, and processes built out underneath the Flash so you can go through that way. So these are things that we tackle as we go through what we're looking for. Does it apply to these things, these 5 things? If it doesn't, then we'll have to kick it out, because I want these 5 things to be the source that we're going to acquire these third-party options or these applications. And then, of course, the next steps. We do have a discovery demo, professional services contract, etc. And I mark those up and figure out, okay, we've done all our demos, we've got our professional services discussions, and everything's sussed out financially on what it's going to cost. And I always revisit the next steps as I go through this with the customer. So as I mentioned before, this is great for discoveries. I use it for discoveries all the time. I do it before the SOW. This is to build out and get to the SOW. So this is what I do after the whiteboarding, and it allows me to help to work remote. So it's a really great tool for me to use. I've been using it for 5 years, and I take it from company to company, and I continue to use it, and it's continually giving me value on the way. So very valuable, very easy to use. Try it for your teams on the Connect HTML5. It's a 30-day trial, and best of luck. Thank you.